Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope that you all are well and you're having a nice time. So I'm back with another video, and in this one I'll run you through the updated draft that I have got for FPL Game Week 1. We're going to talk about each and every pick that I currently have in my team. I'm going to talk about the expected points that are obviously predicted up here at the Drafthound transfer planner, team planner. So all this is there in this video. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do that and help me reach 800 subs sooner before the start of the season. That is the aim for now, and you guys can obviously help me achieve that. The planner that you see on my screen is a proper Drafthound platform, and you can access that by clicking the referral link below. Once you click that, you're going to be redirected to their platform, from where you can get access to some of the free features and the premium ones like player rankings, fixture analysis, player comparisons, and predicted lineups. So you can get all that, and obviously these are full of insights. You get a planner that you can see on the right hand side of your screen, and obviously, as you can see, the player rankings with the players ranked at their expected points, and you can see the insights like the ownership, the prices, and the total expected points. So yeah, you can get access to all that by clicking the referral link below. Now I'm going to start talking about my team, and obviously we're going to do it the standard way. We're going to start with the goalkeepers, the defenders, the midfielders, and then the forwards at the end. So starting with the goalkeepers first, and on your screen you can see the two goalkeepers, Onana and Areola. So not many changes there. I had Onana in my previous draft, and the reason is similar why I went for Onana. And at 5 million, I think we were getting a good starter, and we can expect some of the clean sheets from United. We've seen them evolve defensively, and in the previous season we saw them return clean sheets at the end of the season when Ten Hag got into their management, and obviously we've seen him evolve the side overall, and that is one reason why I want to go invest in Onana. I do expect that the set of fixtures United has, we might see some clean sheets there, and at 5 million he can be a gem because he's the kind of keeper who can make a lot of saves. He loves to get involved by playing the ball towards the midfielders, and all of that. Onana is obviously what Onana brings to the table. And then obviously I've got Areola, who is expected to be a starter this season at 4 million. The side of fixtures is obviously not very good, but with Areola being a bench keeper, I think that's pretty much all right. I've got a player that is going to feature. Hopefully he's going to feature and might replace Fabianski too. So I think I'm pretty much set with the goalkeepers, and there is not much change in that department. Now let's move on to the defenders and see what I've got there. Now the defenders have taken their place in my side, and Stones is the newcomer that has entered my team. I have replaced Trent Alexander-Arnold. I gave a lot of thought to Ben Chilwell, but as of now, I'm pretty solid with Stones in my defense. I think that he is going to be starter during the start of the season. He is a very important piece on that chessboard that Pep has. He plays that defensive mid and the centre back role, and obviously we've seen him doing that box to box kind of thing where he just runs in and shoots at the goal. And a couple of times he has ended up scoring too. So at 5.5 million, I'm pretty satisfied with Stones, a good starter with the good set of fixtures, hoping clean sheets from Man City. That is obviously when we invest in Man City defenders and the goalkeeper, the reason is pretty much simple, and that is the amount of clean sheets that they usually keep, and obviously we want those points. And then Estupiñán, who is one of the defenders that is highly owned. I think he's owned at around somewhere 50% of the managers, by 50% of the managers, and obviously going over him would be going against the EO, and I personally wouldn't want that. But talking about Estupiñán, he is the kind of key defender from who you can expect attacking returns. He has got good set of fixtures. I wouldn't say that they are the best, but they are mixed set of fixtures. We haven't seen Brighton keep clean sheet in the preseason so far, but I am hoping that they could regain their defensive form from last season and return us some clean sheets in games like Luton or Wolves. So that is one reason why I went for Estupiñán, and most of the managers did go for the reason of the clean sheets and the attacking returns that Estupiñán can provide. And then there is obviously Gabriel, the first one from my Arsenal triple up, and to be honest, the side of fixtures are pretty juicy from Arsenal's perspective. Sorry about that, and hoping that we might see clean sheets from Arsenal like they provided us during the start of last season. And then there is obviously Mings and Tarkowski, two bench fillers and budget options. Mings is a hero from last season. Those of you who owned Mings would obviously know the the pain he brought to a lot of managers who did not own him, and the joy he brought to the ones that owned him. We saw clean sheets from Unai Emery's side in intervals, and that resulted in some of the some of huge rank increases for some of the managers who had Mings. He used to provide 8 or 9 or 10 points. Even he scored a goal, I think, once or twice. So yeah, that is why I think I'm gonna rest my my bench on Mings at 4.5 million. I think he's going to be on the bench and ready to come up in case of any injuries or any other concerns. Stones, obviously, he's the kind of player who is guaranteed to start during the start of the season, but as things go along, he might be struck by Pep Rowlett. So Mings and Tarkowski would be ready to come in. Tarkowski to be just in as a bench filler to get me some of those clean sheet points if I play him during the start of the season. The fixtures aren't very best, but at 4.5 million, it's a gamble, to be honest. Now we're going to talk about the midfielders. I'm obviously going to change the shape of my team. It is a proper 3-5-2 setup, not 4-4-2. So it is going to change when the players come in. Let's move on towards the midfielders, and I'm going to talk about them and what changes I've made. Now, looking at the midfield, I've gone for Saka from Arsenal, and this is the right time to invest in Saka. I would say you can invest in Saka with your eyes closed. He's on the penalties. He's a gem of a player. We've seen him being the difference at Arsenal, and obviously his expected points is pretty high. The expected points that he has in the next 3 or 4 game weeks is pretty high. He's in brilliant form. We saw that versus Barcelona in the previous preseason game that they had. So Saka at 8.5 million, I think he is a good fantasy pick, and I think that moving ahead, if you are not investing in any other midfielder from Arsenal, I think Saka is a must-own guy. Obviously, his good form and the penalty duties is what makes him a big FPL asset. Then obviously, talking about the penalties, you can see a big change here. I've got Bruno Fernandes and Rashford from Man United, and the reason is that I want to attack the starting fixtures that Man United has. They are some easy fixture. There is not much of a expected points difference between Bruno Fernandes and Rashford. Rashford being the main man of Man United, and then Bruno Fernandes is on the penalty duties and he is on the set pieces. Obviously, the captain. So the points, the minutes obviously are locked in, and obviously the good side of fixtures is what I want to attack here, and I want to maximize the points during the start of the season. That is why I've gone for Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. Then obviously you can see Mitoma and Gross. Gross is on the bench. Mitoma and Gross are the Brighton duo I have in my side currently. And obviously the reason is pretty similar to the Man United duo. I want to attack the fixtures that they have during the start of the season. Now, one reason why I took out Enciso is De Zerbi is expected to make a lot of rotations. He did that during the last season when they did not have Europe. Now they have Europe. So we can expect some more of that. And Enciso is obviously not a guaranteed starter. With Gross, you can get at least 80 expected minutes. Mitoma is obviously not safe. But obviously, when one of them is not playing, hopefully the other one could come in to cover up. So I've got Mitoma and Gross to attack the start of the season. And once, things start to go downhill, I'm going to replace either one of them. So things would probably look like 3-5-2 for my team, and I'm going to change that once we get to the attackers. Now let's move on to the attackers, and obviously I'm going to talk about why I went for the attackers I did. They're pretty template picks, but still we've got to talk about them. So yeah, let's move on towards the forwards. Now the team is in a proper shape. You can see the 3-5-2, the two forwards have come in my side, Haaland and Gabriel Jesus. Not a big change there. Vinicius takes the bench. Haaland, obviously an asset. No one would want to go without him. He is a goal machine. I think in the last game or the game before that, he came in for like 7 minutes. It was just 7 minutes that he came in and he scored a goal. So I wouldn't recommend going in without Haaland, and obviously he's going to be a perma captain for the good side of fixtures that Man City has. And obviously Jesus comes in to cover that third Arsenal, the Arsenal spot, and obviously a most highly owned asset. And the reason is the good home form that Jesus has. Hoping that he is among points during the start of the season for the good fixtures he has, and that would obviously be helpful for a rank boost. Vinicius would take the bench, hoping that he is a starter this season. We saw him being brilliant last season when Mitrovic was banned. He has obviously left the Fulham side. Vinicius, and I think they have signed him in, but I don't think he's going to be a starter. Vinicius is going to be a starter. That is what I hope, and hopefully we could see some of the goals from him, and that would obviously be helpful for me. He should score when I start him and not when he's on the bench, because that is a very hurtful sight. So this is what my updated draft is. 80 or 85% of the picks are locked in. I would still, play around with a couple of picks, but 80 to 85%, I think my defense is pretty set. There might be a couple of changes in the midfield, but the forwards are also set. The goalkeeper department is also set as of now. So I'd say 80 to 85%, the draft is, pretty nailed. I've got some template picks, went with some of the differentials. I like to play with differentials, although last season that there was a spear through my heart, the differentials I went with. But yeah, that is how I love to play. I wouldn't mind if things start to go downhill from start of the season, but the aim is obviously to go to break what I couldn't last season and hopefully get into that 10k this season. So this is currently what I have for the draft. Haaland with the armband, Rashford with the vice captain, a proper 3-5-2. You can go 3-4-3. Sorry about that again. 3-4-3 with Vinicius going out of your side and Jackson coming in. I think he's rated at around 6 or 6.5. You can bring Jackson in and downgrade Mitoma or Gross. I wouldn't recommend downgrading Mitoma. You can downgrade Gross to some 4.5 or 5.5 million. Midfielder, bench him, play Vinicius and go for a 3-4-3. That is also a popular template this during this time of the year. So yeah, this is what I've got for now. Thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe and hit that like button. Share if you love what I post here on my channel. Let me know what more content you want to see. You can always hit me up on Twitter. And yeah, get ready for some of the UCL fantasy content too. Hopefully I would be able to cover the Bundesliga fantasy too. But as of now, this is it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Take care. And yeah, good luck to all of you for Game Week 1. I'll be back with the final team selection very soon.